Okay, my poor Shrek has a problem. No parking brake. In case you're wondering how the parking brake works, you can see a little cutout right there. Not supposed to be a little cutout right there. The top part of your pedal comes down. See that? Grabs right there. Or not, as is the case with this one. So, we gotta fix that little tore up. So, before I was so rudely interrupted, it appears that this brake plate comes off, so I'm going to take these two bolts out of here. I'm going to attempt to take these two bolts out of here. I think I can reach up under there and get them. And maybe just flip this thing around that side. Get another, who knows, 15, 20 years out of it. Let's give that a try. Okay, 7/16 quarter-inch bolt on both sides. Come out like that, and there he goes again. I'm going to flip that sucker over and see if it'll go in just like that. Let's see why not. We'll be starting off new. So here's the hot ticket. One long extension, deep socket, 7/16 in the top. There we go. We'll see what happens. Here, push on that. I can't get that far. Still pops off of there. Okay. So I'm gonna have to sharpen up the lever on there. All right, I can do that. Now I got a lot more wear though. All right, so I'm trying to do a block with a convenient spacer. There's the part I gotta sharpen up. So I'm trying to get up in here with a file, because it looks like taking this pedal apart is going to be a pain in the butt, which I'm at the end of my Friday, so I'm going to try this a little more. I'm pushing down on here so it comes down. Get up there and kind of sharpen up that edge right there. And see how that works. If not, I'll have to take this pedal out and do it. The die grinder or bench grinder, one or the other. So I was trying to figure out how to get this off of here. And these have got push-on caps. I really want to take this one off, push this shaft, and take this thing out of here because it's really hard to get at. You know, I can't get anything in there. But it looks like I'm going to have to push the pedal forward one hand. I'm going to try to give it a little head start by using a hacksaw blade, because I got to get up into this corner. And the corner's got to be sharpened up in there, as you can see here. The problem with it, even turning that plate over. Okay, can you see that? There's where it goes. You can see where it's setting up on it. Right there. And so if I can sharpen it up at that edge, I'm going to have to go back. See, it won't hold on, so I'll have to do it with two hands. I'm going to cut into it a little bit, see if this will cut a little easier than the file, and then I'm going to take a file, try to flatten it out, sharpen it up, see what happens here. Pain in the butt. Alright, well, I can't get in with the file enough, so I went in, took a hacksaw and a pair of pliers, and I'm pulling this sucker off. Here's the little cap. I'm going to have to probably drill a hole in the shaft, just put a cotter pin in there to hold it. Now I got to punch this shaft out of here, and these springs are going to be a pain in the butt when I put it back in, but there's no way. I got to get this lever off of here. I have no access to it. So I'm going to start beating on it now. Alright, use this as a punch. Once this spring comes out, the shaft's going to go this way, sideways, because the other spring's holding it. I just grabbed it with a pair of pliers, and I'll grease that up on the way back. But that gives me my arm, and now I can take a grinder to it and cut that back up in that direction so it'll grab. Alright, using my handy dandy side grinder. Cut it. We'll see what happens now. Alright, so it looks like it's probably going to work. It's going to come down and lock right there. The only way that's going to come off of there is using the gas pedal to pop it back up. So let's stick the shaft in there, verify it. Alright, before I install it for good, because I said I'm going to have to drill a hole in there and put a cotter pin at the end of it, just to test it. And there we go. Nice and locked up. And there's no way to pop the only way you can do it is to pop the throttle pedal, accelerator. Alright, so let me get a hole drilled in there so I can get a cotter pin. Hopefully I got a cotter pin. And we'll assemble it back with all this nonsense. Alright, so I drilled a hole in the end. Gonna use a piece of coat hanger as a cotter pin since I don't have a cotter pin here. I'll go stick that sucker in amongst those springs. It'll be a pain in the butt to get them in there, but this should work. There's my washer. Should be fine. So if you didn't pick up on it and look at it when it came off, before you took it off, this is the way this has to go. That's gonna go again with a one-handed thing. Stand by. Too much traffic around here. Anyway, it goes in here like this, and then this part is gonna get bent back. Like the camera. It's gonna have to be bent back like so to go up under here. So that's the tricky part. I gotta figure out how to manipulate it all in there. It's gonna be a pain, but that's what you gotta do. Got that? That part goes in there, this part goes over there. So it holds this up away from it. You have to push it through, that way it pops back off. Alright, so I got that one in there. Pain in the butt. This one's not gonna be quite as bad. We still gotta split the spring as it goes up in there. Alright, managed to get it in there. There's my little cotter pin homemade jobby. And boom. Only way to get that off there now. I can do that. Locks nice and good. Alright. On to the next issue.